Hello and welcome back to the UK National Championships 2018. We're here in the top 4.
Yes.
It's almost there.
We are in the final stages of the tournament. Just 2 more rounds for you guys to find out who will be the UK National Champion. And we've had some tremendous upsets this weekend.
Yeah, but before we talk about our match now, let's have a look back at the statistics for the rest of the tournament. Well, the rest of the top cut, should I say. So, starting at the top 64 meta breakdown, you would expect to see a lot of Sky Strikers, as we thought, and
you
was.
do.
Yeah.
It came out exactly how everyone thought it would. They had a largest representation of any of the theme decks that were in the tournament, and they've progressed all the way into the top 64, taking up more than 50% of that bracket.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw, as we switch to the top 32 meta breakdown here, we can say, we saw a lot of Trickstar Sky Strikers winning national championships all around the world. So we expected the same, to be honest.
Ever since it got established, it's definitely taken off, and we saw it repeated in Germany, we saw it repeated in Italy, we saw it repeated in the Oceanics, Nationals, and the Oceanic Championships, to actually carrying 2 players to the World Championships.
Yeah, as you can see here, though, the number shrinks further and further the closer we get to the top 4.
But it still remains a greater percentage than any of the other decks throughout the entire top 16.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we move over to the top 8 breakdown, the bracket, the semi-finals bracket.
You're going to like this, guys. So, our final 4 players, Conor Zhou versus Tom Rose, and Finn Bakewell versus Jordan Gallagher.
Yeah, so that's Trick Strikers, Burning Abyss, Pendulum, and Goki.
Yes, that's 4 completely different decks that have made it into the top 4 of this tournament.
So this is completely different to the other national championships. Feels like the variety is just huge.
The gauntlet just changed dramatically with Thomas Rose's Burning Abyss and Finn's Pendulum, and they're on opposite ends of the bracket. So, depending on how this next match goes, you could see that Pendulum versus BA in the finals. But the very opposite could be true, and we could be looking at a Gyoki versus a Trickstar Sky Striker.
Yeah, which would make more sense in terms of what we've been seeing previously.
Than what we've become accustomed to.
Yeah, but for this round we have Thomas Rose sporting his Burning Abyss deck. Very strange kind of build that he's put out here, but made it to the top 4. So.
Yeah, I heard Conor when we were coming in to the room, his friends were like, "Hey, good luck." He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need it." Like, I wish this wasn't the match I was playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I bet he really wishes he was on the other side of the bracket.
I wouldn't want to play against Finn's deck.
Yeah, I mean,
you get bodied pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't really want to be. I don't think I want to play any of these guys.
As long as you stick to the plan, it works.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's not wait any longer. Let's get over and see who's going to be in the finals of the UK National Championships 2018.
And here they go. The win rates are very close. If you take a look at the number of tournaments they've attended, total games, it actually lines up pretty nicely.
Yeah, that is
barely
so close.
Any edge there for Tom, just like, what's that, 2.3% ahead.
Yeah.
There we see Tour Guide from the Underworld.
I've just been given some information that Finn and Jordan are 14 minutes into the round on the main event, and they're in game 3.
Oh, wow. So okay. So that's a quick concession going there.
Yeah, so the chances are we're going to be the last table, which is a great thing.
We are certainly going to be the last table.
Yeah, that means that we're going to be able to get straight into the finals after this.
Double Scarm getting hit by the Dante. And we're also going to see Phoenix Rhino sending Graf. Graf gets something. Likely Seer from what we've seen Tom doing in his initial setups.
Conor Zhou going to read the.
I bet there's a guy who's sat there with an absolute massive stack of them, just feeling super good about this right now.
Yeah,
he's like, oh God, my friend eBay is gonna love this.
I think that we said this in hindsight when Card of Demise became popular, that any card that's got draw more than one card on it is just so strong, and Sekka's Light is clearly showing its strength here in a deck that mostly can perform without spells and traps. you know, at full power, being Burning Abyss.
Yeah, it's just when your cards do so much, you can get away without the spells and traps, and you just literally want more monsters.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's the Beatrice of the Burning Abyss, and that's Fairy Tale Snow set up for. Oh, okay. No, we're gonna go with Gallus.
Gallus the Star Beast.
Is it just Gallus the Star Beast or the 4-star Beast? Because he's 3 stars, so that would really, really irritate me.
Yeah, it's just Gallus the Star
Gallus
Beast.
the Star Beast, saved. We're safe.
Yeah, I did hear you call it the 4-star Beast.
Yeah,
before.
I know, and I was thinking that can't be right. He's got 3 stars.
Yeah, I did play this in a deck before, so.
Luke is a fan of any kind of FTK. Anything that would the community would perhaps call degenerate is something Luke would play.
Exactly. So Gallus the Star Beast is the perfect thing for me because it's part of an FTK that has existed for a very long time, in fact, and no one's ever played it because it's not that great. But with Sekka's Light, we may see it being played.
And Sekka's Light actually being banished to shuffle 1 card back. It's the Rescue Cat is going back.
Yeah, he actually opened a double Rescue Cat, so that's probably the reason why he's putting.
He hasn't committed a normal summon to this yet, so he could very
he
well.
put a tour guide at the start.
Oh, he did absolutely. And he redrew the cat.
No, he's as I said, he put one of the cats back, but he had 2.
Yeah, he just played the Sekka's Light. So did he draw? He drew the.
Oh, he did draw
cat
it. Oh my
again.
god, that's
That's
happened
the
twice
second time
now.
on the screen.
Wow, that's a lot of cat.
And we're going to see Scarm search for Farfa.
Yeah, I think it's incredibly clever that Thomas decided to put the, I can never get it right, the Sayuja.
Sayuja?
Sayuja, yeah. No, that's Saryuja, the ritual monster.
Oh, Savaris.
Savaris, that's the one, Savaris, yeah. I find it incredibly clever that
Ancient and Ascended.
Savaris is kind of, he has the same effect as a, you know, a spell or a trap kind of protection. Like a Forbidden Chalice or a Lance or something like that. So it's, you know, it kind of feels like he filled his deck full of monsters that do things that the spells and traps usually do.
Yeah, like Farfa temporarily removing a monster while you put in ridiculous amounts of damage.
Yeah. It's the kind of thing that a spell card
Scarm
do.
searching for you. Seer reviving a monster. Graph getting just a monster straight from the deck.
Yeah.
I remember the first time playtesting Burning Abyss when it was still in development and thinking this theme is crazy good.
Yeah.
It took a while to take off. Admittedly, it was first came out in a Shadow format, which had triple super polymerization. That was
and Shadow Fusion as well.
Yeah, and Dante was a light monster, so that wasn't doing you much justice. It took a while, but Burning Abyss sort of it took a warm place in many people's hearts.
Yeah, well, with Construct gone and Super Polygon, yeah, BA would rise. And with the addition of Snow as well, it's just rounded out Burning Abyss so well.
Conor, considering where he goes from here, Dante Pilgrim of the Burning Abyss is extraordinarily difficult for him to deal with.
Yeah.
One possible way of getting rid of it is needing 12 spell cards in his graveyard. And then there's every chance that Tom just spits it away with a Farfa.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, using Farfa in that kind of way, forcing the Kagari to return in the main monster zone, then turns off all the Widow anchors.
Mm-hmm.
There's a point. Tom's actually got the Decode Talker pointing to the Beatrice so even if Widow Anchor was one of Connor's lines, Decode Talker takes care of it.
Yeah.
So we saw Connor talking a bit about this earlier.
Yeah, I don't know whether Tom's going to be insistent on that, but Connor did choose the reincarnation. Generally, the rule is that if you pick the card and let go of it, then that's the one you picked.
Yeah, we have to keep everything very clear and concise. No take backsies.
No, because then you could just take backsies all the way to
we'd never get out of
start the game.
We'd never get out of here.
No, exactly.
And we're seeing another Link summon for the Goblin. So we're going to be able to see an extra normal summon.
Decode Talker going up another 500 points, but don't think that Connor is going to be too bothered about that. Canina, Micros.
I wonder if Conor is going to try and set up a firewall play here. I don't think he can.
No, I don't think he's got enough stuff.
And there's also Fairytale Snow. So there's Tom is perfectly protected by a resource that's not directly. Well, it's on top of his graveyard in this situation, but that's something Conor has to consider.
It's not entirely obvious though.
There's a Lily Bell. Micros, number 2.
So maybe he does have enough.
That's link free. Deco Talker negates it.
Yeah, I was going to say, why didn't he use Deco Talker? But because he has.
Yeah, he put it in the graveyard and not back in the deck.
Yeah, I was a little confused for a second then. Yeah, I think there's no way to firewall combo. There was no way to firewall combo even if he.
Yeah.
Because he would have to leave Beatrice there.
Also, you're running into a Deco Talker that's pretty massive.
Yeah, it's on like 20.
So you end up losing more in each exchange than you're actually dealing.
Yeah.
Significantly more as well, actually.
Yeah. There's a similar calculation when we had the Colossal Fighter Armory Arm combo, but Armory Arm was doing 1,000 per. So. 1,000? No.
Yeah.
It was 1,000. It was a lot anyway.
Tom pulls up his Fairytale Snow.
Yeah, I mean at this point it looks, it kind of seems like he.
Just denying
more
resources. Oh, Call to the Grave. That's really big. That Call to the Grave is really big.
That's super important.
And Tom has Rescue Cat.
Yeah.
And now there's no Call to the Grave that's in play here.
Yeah, we may actually see Rescue Cat.
That was Tom's one and only Fairytale Snow as well. Have these two guys played against each other before? If they've both played 20 and 18 tournaments, I bet that we can get some statistics on what their matchups were like against each other.
Yeah, they have actually played against each other in a regional in Cardiff. Thomas Rose won. That was on the 10th of February this year.
Yeah, so these guys have met before. Did Tom just top deck Sekka's Light?
Possibly.
He summons Zicat.
Tom seemed like visually upset that his opponent didn't know what Rescue Cat did.
So come on, how do you not know what Rescue Cat does? It becomes Notoria Beast.
Yeah, it's just Notoria Beast.
Which is a bigger cat.
Yeah, a much bigger cat.
It's a bigger cat that eats spell cards.
Lots and lots of spell cards. The secondary effect of Light Stage is so useless in this matchup.
Yeah, when you don't play any back row, you're pretty safe.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love Notoria Beast.
There's a Notoria Beast, Deco Talker, perhaps Blackluster Soldier also coming in. It will cost a Dante. It's a big price to pay, but
I think Conor...
It's your boy. Here he comes. Blackluster Soldier.
I don't think Conor's feeling too great.
And then Sekka's Light as well. There's 2 more cards. Another Gallus.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he can just play the Gallus. Why not? What's really interesting is...
Oh, he hit Sekka's Light.
Well,
that's
quite
unlikely.
Good point. It's not a miss, really, is it, if it's hitting something that does something in the grave?
He loses the monster, but now he's got a double attack, a Deco Talker, and Notoria Beast, and it's going to be very hard for Conor to get back into that.
something really interesting about Gallus the Star Beast is that there are times where its burn does make a difference. If you hit a
Blackluster Soldier,
for example,
1600 damage.
Yeah. In the version of the deck that I played with Gallus the Star Beast, I actually played Tragedia as well.
Tragodia.
Yeah.
That's what, level 10?
10 stars, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a second. Take 2k.
Yeah, which was pretty insane.
Drone Lockbird coming up for Tom. Tom now has a big attack on his Deco Talker.
Is that just game? I don't think so, but it
just
seems like so much damage.
3,300. He's going to get Blackluster Soldier attacking twice for 1444 total. And then the Turia Beast is going to get in as well.
Oh, the goats.
Negate.
That neg, yeah.
Sure. Pick up your cards, please. And let's go to the next game.
Oh, wow.
Conor definitely put the work in. The Call to the Grave was huge, but it's just at that point...
He could have scapegoated. Oh, no, because he only had 3 slots. Oh, that's unlucky. He couldn't have scapegoated earlier before the Nat Beast because he had 2 Lycoris.
Yep, and Blackluster Soldier just sees he sees these two dancing on the stage and says, I've had enough of this.
Yeah. Time to get the sword out.
I'm not buying what you're selling. And he comes in and just destroys everything.
Yep.
And yeah, little cat turns into big cat, which is extraordinarily powerful in this matchup. It's going to force Conor into the side deck. He does have 3 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit to help counter the Naturia Beast. The Ring Dragon and Raw Sphere mode, potential option. Night Beam completely dead. Shared Ride, playable. 3 copies of Heavy Storm Duster. Not going to catch people out with the same Drone Lockbird combo he was explaining to us earlier. And Infinite Impermanence, which also could be very strong against Tom's initial setup. Tom, on the other hand, has a lot of stuff for this particular matchup. He has the Magic Deflectors if he wants to bring out the Second Light. He has Anti-Spell Fragrances, Imperial Order. Vanity's Fiend as well is extremely painful to play against when they go Burning Abyss Monster, Vanity's Fiend. And I believe we're getting news about the other match.
Yeah, in fact, Finn is in the final. Some would call it a finale.
We're going to see the Finn finale, is it? I like that. So we're definitely going to see Pendulums as a potential contender for the UK National Championship. And Tom's Rose is almost up, and then our expectations for the weekend were completely wrong.
This is just going to be a mess. Both of them wanted to play Trick Strikers every single game, and then they finally make it to the finals, and neither of them are playing the deck that they want to play.
I actually think Finn's potentially favoured in that last round.
I was just about to ask you, what are your thoughts about that?
Finn's favoured in both of these matchups moving forward, so Finn's got a very good shot at taking it.
I agree.
Thomas Rose is an incredibly strong player. Conor, we've seen a very fantastic season so far, but it seems, I think Finn would be my favourite going into the last game against either of the remaining players.
Yeah, ditto. I think that Pendulum actually could be ahead here.
Conor's going to go first.
So Conor opens up with
Terraforming, getting Ash Blossom, Call to the Grave. That's going to allow Tom to not have to worry about Ash Blossom during his turn either.
Yeah, so just going through the opening hands here. So Conor has Lycoris, Hornet Drones, Lily Bell, Terraforming, Call by the Grave.
Okay, so he has a Sayuja combo if he really wants to replace his hand. Tom has Sakkus Light.
Like Ash, Skarm, Elifun, really bad. Never wants to draw that.
But he's got a Sakkus Light that just puts it back. So it's not. He draws 2 and then swaps a card that he didn't want for a better card.
That's so
good. Or as we've seen every single time, like almost every time Tom's used it, he just redraws the card he shuffles back.
Yeah.
Kagari coming up for Conor Zhou. Lycris.
Fairly reasonable start here from Conor.
Goes into Shizuku. Shizuku is going to get the search for the Engage. It's been a little while since we've seen Engage going off this weekend.
Yeah. Naturia Beast is growling from the extra deck about that. sure.
Down, kitty. You're going to have to wait a little while longer, and we'll see how Tom gets into this, because he's got to play around a reincarnation now. And 2 Phoenix Rhino Warriors is not...
Yeah, another card. There's quite a few cards in this deck that you ideally don't want to draw, but they're not too bad to draw.
Yeah, like the Phoenix Rhino, when it becomes a Dante, gets stuff done when it's sent to the graveyard. It gets Graph and gets Tom straight into his preferred turn 1 setup in this form. He drew another Sekka's Light and an Effect Veiler.
He's going to have to set that second Sekka's Light, I think.
What makes you say that?
Because otherwise, I'm unsure. Because if it gets reincarnationed, that's going to be bad.
I think there's no way Tom's going to set it and lose it to the light stage.
I think, well, better to have it lost to light stage than to have it banished by reincarnation. But let's see, he may not.
Oh yeah, there's some ping damage coming in as well.
Yeah.
Also, one of the joys of Tom's deck is that people side out their spell and trap removal when he comes in with the anti-spell fragrances and the Imperial Order.
Shows Scam.
Yep. You could chain the reincarnation here.
Yeah, if he wishes, but decides against it.
Yeah, he's probably going to wait for the Dante to bring back Seer, and then he'll tag him with the reincarnation. But that's incredibly dangerous against a deck that plays Blackluster Soldier.
Yeah. Scam, Droll, Ash. Awful cards being sent to the graveyard there. Don't really want any of those in the graveyard.
Scarm has already been used this turn.
No, Scarm's still under Dante. But correct.
Yeah, he's special
still
summoned
the special summon. Sorry, I thought. Yeah, but at least he has another Scarm under Dante for a potential play with that later. Maybe he just keeps Dante there with the Scarm underneath it. Obviously, he's going to get Beatrice.
Probably goes for Phoenix. You could consider Phoenix to go for the reincarnation, but chooses not to.
Yeah, going for the Underclock Taker. So Sir Dante.
Sir Dante.
Yeah. So gets back the Scarm, summons Dante under the Underclock Taker. Still, Thomas kind of slowly losing life points here from this Lycoris. He's going to discard the Scarm. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty rough. He's discarded.
Beatrice, that's super good because we already saw the Call to the Grave being played. Tom actually just holding a bunch of hand traps. He's got Effect Veiler and Troll Lockbird, I believe, in his hand. Or am I seeing that wrong? No, it's Phoenix Warrior.
Veiler. Yeah, I see Veiler.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk of damage from the Beatrice there. Helped by that Underclock Taker.
Now Conor is considering whether or not that reincarnation is... Oh, he's got the draw and reincarnation combo, so if Tom tries to resolve that Sekka's Light, he could get tagged by it. He knows the reincarnation was there, and you saw how he was carefully playing around that. Sky Striker engage. Going to be Widow Anchor. See, the interesting interaction is if that basically stops Tom being able to use Beatrice to send Fairy Tale Snow to the graveyard.
Yeah. Gonna go to the Haunted Drones. Haunted Drone, should I say?
And now while he controls a monster, Tom takes the opportunity to get that snow straight in the graveyard. Very, very well rehearsed there for Tom. Just waits for the moment where he's got... Oh, he's going to go for... Consider Farfa, perhaps? No. It's got to be Fairy Tale Snow. No, he's decided to go for Phoenix Rhino. That then
Followed by the
sends to
Farfar.
Farfar. Destroys token. And then uses Dante to add back Seer.
Yeah. So this would be the perfect opportunity to reincarnation if you do just want to get rid
Yeah,
of
he
Seer.
could reincarnation draw, right? Because Tom.
He added. No, the chain links wouldn't allow it.
Oh yeah,
Missed
he's
the
built it in a way where his opponent couldn't catch him with that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Tom chose not to use the snow this time.
I guess just getting rid of that token. It's clear that his opponent doesn't have anything more, otherwise he would have shown it last turn, I guess, is the logic.
There's free spells, so that Widow Anchor is going to be able to
Take what it likes.
he takes the Underclock Taker. That gives him a usable arrow as well.
I do wonder where he's
But
deciding to go from here. 'cause
Tom
he's,
does have the Effect Veiler hidden away.
Yeah. He's Haunted Drones already.
I don't think Connor has another way to get to Sky Striker cards. So yeah, Candina is getting Effect Veiler.
Right away. Just drops the Effect Veiler.
That's a normal summon. Draw on Lockbird, and I believe the last card in his hand was that Lycros or Candina? No, if it was Lycros, he'd definitely be using it against the Effect Veiler.
Yeah.
Reincarnation. Tom thinks for a moment. His hand goes out of play, and then he's picking up a new mitt of cards, and he hits a draw on Lockbird.
Barbar.
And Blackluster Soldier.
Barbar Gallus.
Blackluster Soldier's still good all these years later.
Yeah. One of the few cards
And
that...
if he actually gets rid of the Beatrice, it just becomes Dante, Pilgrim of the Burning Abyss. Tom's actually got quite a tar pit right there.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
again, Burning Abyss is basically like the definition of a tar pit, right? Where
Yeah.
you're attacking into Seer, Seer brings back Dante, Dante brings back Seer.
Yeah,
And then they can
forever
just keep
and ever and ever.
essentially making your battle phases just so redundant. Here we go. It's co-linked as well. So he can get an extra normal summon, but he's going to draw a card. And at this point, Tom can draw on Lockbird.
Should he draw on Lockbird?
He
There's
could.
not much left to be done here.
He could.
I don't see why draw on Lockbird would be used, because there's nothing left for him to do here, is there? He's got no normal... Oh, okay, yeah, he's got the Goblin normal summon if there happens to be a Candina.
Yeah, he's going to draw on
Guess
Lockbird.
it's-
Just in case Connor
Yeah,
tries
safety.
to somehow get into Kagari or something.
Is that that's too much damage to combo with Firewall, isn't it?
Draw on Lockbird says they can add cards from their deck to their hand or cards from their deck or graveyard.
I think it's just deck.
I think so. He's going for it.
Is that enough damage? Is that enough?
Each cycle, the opponent takes 1400 and Tom takes 800, but he can use Light Stage to get there.
I think they're working out the maths behind this. Tom is saying that you don't have the... Possibly saying you don't have the life points for this.
He's probably saying I've got the OTK, and Tom's saying no, you're
Play it
losing
out.
more than I am.
Yeah, play it out.
Connor might be just trying to. I think he can. Can he get that? Yeah, he's losing an extra 400 on each exchange. No, he actually doesn't even put it behind the firewall. Yeah, I think he was just trying to get Tom to pick up his cards. It's 1,000, yeah. And then he's saying I can use Fireball to return your Beatrice.
Yeah, at the end of the combo.
Conor needs to speed things up here. That clock is ticking.
He's looking through his extract here. I think.
Yeah, Conor needs.
I think Conor has realised that
he
the math doesn't work.
Yeah, it's like I'm losing 1,400 on each exchange. So in just 5 loops, I've lost an extra 2,000 life points.
Yeah.
And
so now he's reconsidering.
5,000. That leaves. That would leave Tom on about 2,000 life, I think.
Yeah. And he can't use the firewall effect to bounce Beatrice at this point. And BLS is gonna bring the vacuum cleaner in a second.
If he uses the firewall to,
yeah, it'll be co-linked.
In order to send anything back. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if he goes Cerberus, you're not using that effect.
Yeah, I mean, he's already made an intent to link someone here anyway, so that's the end of the battle phase.
Yeah.
So Thomas is definitely getting a turn.
Yeah. If he uses a firewall to efficiently remove the... his monsters can't be destroyed by battle now. But
you can just
BLS, the soldier can banish stuff.
Yeah.
He does more than one thing. Oh, you see Conor there. He tries to make Tom concede, and Tom's having none of it. He looks at the math and says, "Don't add up, mate.
No,
don't add up, mate.
It doesn't add up at all."
And Conor's like, "No, I've got it." He's like, "No, I just play it through."
I'm not a fan.
He looks at life. He's like, "All right, what's the plan that you say?" You see, Conor's not feeling comfortable here. Tour guide coming down.
Yeah, I mean, Conor is visibly upset at this point. Yeah, he knows that
he's playing well, but Tom's deck is set up to just do really horrible things to the Trickstar Sky Striker deck.
Yeah. I feel really bad for Conor at this point. He knows that Thomas's deck has got some really bad things lined up for him. Thomas is deciding link summon or exceed summon. He goes with the Dante, blocks the extra X zone. There's a lot of damage going on here. And a Second Light.
Calcab, not going to be doing anything. He has Effect Failure in the graveyard, so he definitely can get Blackluster Soldier.
Yeah.
Thing is, he can't destroy either of those monsters in battle, so he needs to be able to summon Blackluster Soldier twice.
Banish. Yeah, well, just banish.
Well, he summons it, his opponent immediately responds Firewall. And then Tom
resummons summon it again, yeah.
And then just banishes and then comes in for 5,000.
Does he have two?
He's got Effect Failure. Well, he can just... Yep.
Yeah, and then
if he banishes,
Conor has to respond here.
If he doesn't, and he banishes a Phoenix...
well, she just banish the Firewall.
Banish the Firewall,
banish the Firewall, say goodbye to anything that Conor can do in this turn, and then just bad things happen.
Gallus.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's 800 damage. The Fairy Tail Snow not very effective against Link monsters, but definitely against any kind of follow-up.
Still amount of damage. Still some amount of damage, isn't it?
Link Summon. For Cerberus, and Cerberus can discard the Barber to destroy a... Oh, not sure quite what happened with the camera there. I think we're just taking a look and people are tired. And that's going to be able to take out either of those cards. And then Barber is going to deal 900 points of burn damage. I think Tom doesn't. No, Tom doesn't need to banish. He's he can just get the double attacks through. There's a handshake. Thomas Rose progressing to the final. Trickstar Sky Striker. This is one nationals it's not taking.
No, completely out. Let's talk a little bit more about that in our post-match discussion. And we're back here at the desk. I mean, Conor was visually upset about that game.
I think he realised when he got to the firewall, and I don't actually think he was trying it on to sort of see if Tom would concede.
No, I think
he hadn't figured out.
Yeah, he'd not done the math.
The math was going to end up with him dead long before he could get.
Yeah, that was
get Tom. But
it was
that's why you should just never trust your opponent when they say, "That's game." And unless just make sure you check it first, because he could be just trying it on.
Absolutely, and I mean that was a great game. you got to say that was a great game.
That was really well played by both of them there. And Conor, he tried to put out, but honestly, he was on the back foot. That matchup was awful for him. Thomas had built his deck specifically to deal with the Sky Striker Trickstar matchup, and we just saw Naturia Beast, Blackluster Soldier, all these threats that just clean everything out.
Yeah, I can't believe Blackluster Soldier. I mean, how many years ago did that come out?
Invasion of Chaos.
That's like 2003.
I was
maybe?
still in secondary school when that came
yeah,
out.
so was I, and it's 2003, and that's
it's now free, and it's putting the work in.
It just you know, there's lots of cards in the game that over the years have been, you know, become mostly irrelevant due to newer cards coming out that are even more powerful. But there's cards like Blackluster Soldier that just keep on giving.
Doesn't use a normal summon, still hits you twice.
Yeah, and it's 3,000 attack.
Yeah, it puts Thomas Rose into the final against Finn Bakewell, where we have a Pendulum versus Burning Abyss. I actually believe Finn is favored.
I think so too.
Like, he starts off with the 3 negates, and Tom's going to be really struggling to put some stuff together.
Absolutely. Well, I'm too excited to have to wait. Let's have
just
a very short break.
Yeah, and get the players in, and we'll just start up again.
We're going to get the players in. We're not going to have any interview with Thomas Rose. We've spoken enough now. Let's get on to the finals. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.